Welcome to the African Center for Community and Development. I am Arrey. In today's program, we shall be looking at pig farming. Pigs are actually an important aspect of the culinary preferences of Africans. They also are important in ceremonies like marriage and funeral rites, and they are consumed daily and are a livelihood tool to many. But pig farming is hampered by so many issues, high cost of feeding pigs, as well as issues like diseases, especially the African swine fever. However, it is still a strategy by many, and it is necessary within the fabric of Africa, where the population is growing at 2.6% annually, and where there is need for proteins, especially as close to 20% or 25% of the population is considered as malnourished, and 1 out of every 3 infants under 5 in sub-Saharan Africa is considered as stunted. So, learning from farmers is also very important and is part of the work of the African Center for Community and Development. In that light, I conducted an interview with a pig farmer, Roger Fombe, and let's hear from him what he thinks about pig farming.
Good day.
Good day.
Thank you very much for talking to the African Center for Community and Development. What are your names, sir?
My name is Fome Roger.
Okay. And you're keeping pigs. What do you do to feed the pigs?
In short, I'm a welder. So as I'm keeping them, they help me for some certain problems. So at times when I work, I buy food for them. Yes, that's the only way I can bring them up.
So you use money that you do welding?
Yes, to feed them.
To feed them?
Yeah.
How much do you sell a pig like this?
Like this size is 30,000.
And how old is this pig?
This is 7 months.
Okay. And what do you give them as food? What kind of things do you feed them with?
I have food here. I have son de blé.
What is that?
The bee mixed with this thing is made with corn, kernel cake, and then soya beans.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why don't you make your food yourself?
It's not really possible because I don't have the money.
Okay. Are you in a CIG or a community group with other people?
No, I'm just alone as you are seeing me, so I just decided to keep some pigs here for myself.
How often do you vaccinate them?
Every after 3 months.
Why?
That's the procedure they gave me by the time I bought them.
Have you ever suffered losses like some pigs die?
Yes, I've suffered that since from 2001 as they died. So that was the last time they came here and destroyed everything from this my place.
And what kind of vaccines? Do you know the name of the vaccines? Or you go and call
I just
somebody?
call for those
veterinary doctor.
We shall now make another stop with a pig farmer, Mr. Cornelius Tangier. He is a dynamic farmer. I also conducted an interview with him, and he told us certain intricate aspects in the farming of pigs and where we need to polish in order that pig farming becomes sustainable, and also that many other people can access pork within our communities, both as a livelihood tool and also as a traditional or cultural heritage or intangible cultural heritage. So let's get back to this interview.
Good day.
Thank you very much. You're welcome.
Thank you very much for talking to the African Center for Community and Development.
Yeah.
What are your names, sir?
My name is Mr. Tanke Cornelius.
And you keep pigs and other animals.
Yeah.
What can you tell me about pigs?
I do livestock farming in general, and I bring pigs from 1 day to about to the adult age. That is, when I have the sows, which I cross them with the boas and the produce. So if you really want pigs, let me say from 6 weeks that you can be breeding, I can supply you. And if one pigs for an occasion, that is from 6 months to about 8 months, which will weigh you about 60 to 80 kilograms, I can also supply you. And in actual fact, what is actually disturbing me with the pig is that the feeding. The feeding is, they need too much money for feeding. and their medical care. Because we are just exceeding from the period that we call it epidemic period. Because during this period, that is starting from the month of March right up to when we are today, we farmers always suffer a loss because the African swine fever is always attacking the pigs at that moment. And during this period, it is the highest time that we spend more money for vaccines and medical care. So as a result, we always suffer within this period of time. So after this period of time, like we are now getting to November, when the epidemic is almost getting through. So when we arrive this November month like this, we know that whatever stock that we have, it is our profit for the year.
Okay. Yeah. For how long have you been doing this?
I started doing this since 1997.
Wow. So what do you give your pigs as food?
Well, I compose remoulage, concentrate, and dredge with corn for their.
Like any development organization, we African Center for Community and Development have also ventured into pig farming, and we also learn certain aspects of the trade. And in that line, we can offer a lot of consultation and outreach services to community stakeholders who want to engage with pig farming as a livelihood tool, or want to actually access pork and to understand the market trends, challenges, and so on. So our experience was quite rich. We actually farmed diverse pig species, and it's important to actually revisit our project at the African Center for Community and Development.
And this is the period of weaning in piglets. They are above 1 month, 2 weeks now, and their mom, or the female pig, has been separated from them. Now we shall be moving on to feeding them with liquid food in order that they can have a transition from breast milk into the food that we feed adult pigs. Yeah, they're coming together for warmth, and in a jiffy we shall be moving on to see how they are fed and to see how they are taking the responsibility of becoming young adults. Come on, that's your mom. And there you can see some other piglets. They are of giant species. They have not been weaned, so they still depend on breast milk from their mom. These actually have been separated a couple of months earlier. This is an expectant mother. Across, you have different sheds housing different pigs, a boar, and a couple of other female pigs. And here, we have a pig that has brought forth 9 piglets. And you can see some are lying down, some are suckling from their mom, who is restive and carrying out her maternal duties. Improving knowledge on pig farming in Africa is very vital, as it can help in poverty alleviation and in mainstreaming those who are vulnerable into earning alternative incomes from their ordinary jobs. Also, maintaining giant species within your pig shed is also an important aspect of strategy. And this is the mother that we weaned her piglets. At this stage, we have to really feed her to ensure that she can regain her vital nutrients before she is crossed again. Kingsley, are you giving this pig a lot of food to make sure that the pig can replenish?
Yes, I do that every morning and in the evening.
Okay.
Yeah, I make sure I do mix well so that the food should get at least a bit not hard for the pigs, so that it can help to make them grow well and big.
So you put soya beans in the food as well?
Yeah, I do mix with soya beans, granules, with solution.
Concentrate,
Pardon, so that it can help them to grow well.
Okay, and this is the animal hand of the African Center for Community and Development, and it is working here to ensure that we have a successful contribution to society. Thank you very much for watching People, Places and Events from the African Center for Community and Development. That's Arrey.
So thank you very much for tuning in to the program that we focused on pig farming, and we hope to actually explore other aspects of pig farming and the trade and the industry in subsequent editions. And I hope you learned from industry experts or sector experts, as well as from the African Center for Community and Development. Make sure you like our videos, follow us, and consult with us to learn more about things that work for sustainable development, food security in Cameroon and Africa. Thanks for watching. I am Arrey. Cheers.